Hello and welcome to Dreams of Wings, and welcome to something that is rather an impromptu test flight, for want of a better word. We're going to be taking off in the H145 here at Blackbushe, and just taking a look around the local area, just wanting to test a few things. And interestingly, or rather not interestingly, as soon as I go live, having tested everything, having made sure that everything is working, my head tracking appears to have stopped. So bear with me while we do that. I swear to God, it's always the same. It's whenever I live stream, some weird little thing happens, and that's what's happening there. So I'm just restarting the head tracking to see if I can get that up and running again, and then we can get going. It is going to be a quick flight, and yeah, we have got nothing at all going on. Oh, we had it momentarily there. There we go. We're back. Excellent. We are back in business. Right, I've popped a link to the Discord in the chat, so if you want to come along and say hello, I will see you there. But let's get going. So we're going to take off here at Blackbushe, and we're going to head down to Odium, and then go across to Popham if time allows. Right, I am going to stop waffling a little bit. By the way, I would really appreciate it. One of the things that I'm testing is I've got a slightly different mic set up. So it would be really good to know how the mic level is compared to the sound of the helicopter once we get going. So people in the who are watching, if you wouldn't mind just saying in the chat how that is doing, I would be most grateful. I'm definitely not graceful, but I'd be grateful. Right, okay. Oh, and I'm on the Western Europe server if anyone wants to come along. Not sure how long I am going to be on for, probably about a quarter an hour, 20 minutes, but you're more than welcome to come along. Right, let's just kill a few things. So I want to get rid of labels for the time being. That's all good. Let's pop up here. The TDS GTN got a crossfill update today, so you can now crossfill between the two units, which is pretty cool. We're not going to be using it today, but it's certainly a good feature to have, that's for sure. Okay, let's have a look here. Battery is absolutely fine. Everything else is just coming to life. Power up test okay, so that's all good. And happy with that. So we've got a good battery for start. Right. Let's get going. So I've got the prime pumps on there, already done that, already got some lights going, so we'll go engine 1. I'm so used to doing quick starts for HEM missions, I'm kind of rushing through it, but should be working alright anyway. Oil pressure's rising, that's good, everything's looking good there. This is a repaint of a 202 Squadron Sea King by Demo Designs, and a wonderful helicopter it is. There's Blackbushe there. It's Blackbushe Air Day on Saturday. Looking forward to that. And that there is the Sea King. It's now operated by historic helicopters, but this repaint is that helicopter up there. Okay, so engine 1 is started nicely, no issues there. We'll go for engine 2 now. Just acknowledge those. Full pressure rising. M1 rising, everything's nice there. Okay, that's all good. Right, so now we have prime pumps off, transfer pumps on, avionics 1 and 2, standby battery, DC receipt, LAVCS to pilot. We'll have pitot heat on, and it's a slightly murky day, so I am just going to pop some lights on as well. Everything else is absolutely fine. quick look down here while I'm getting the GTN sorted. I will just put that there, and we can put the tools onto inhibit, because being in a helicopter, that's going to be going off all the time.
System test okay.
Lewis, how are you doing, my friend? It's the kind of aircraft that you should be flying. Forget racing cars and all that kind of stuff. You should be flying helicopters, mate. While you're there, one of the things I'm doing on this test stream, Lewis, is I've been having a few issues with my mic volume, and I've made some changes to how things are set up. Can you just let me know if the mic versus helicopter sound is okay and the balance is good? Some people complaining, thank you mate, much appreciated, some people complaining on the last stream that it was hard to hear what I was saying, which, as I said at the time, probably isn't such a bad thing after all, let's face it. Okay, so startup test okay, that's all good. We can now have engines to flight. Going to quickly pop the head down there. There we go. Get all the backup systems sorted out. Wind is 17 knots from pretty much on the nose. So, and the weather actually in the sim is not too far off what it actually is in the real world at the moment. Just out my window. I live near Blackbushe, so I kind of know what I'm looking at. Right, let's stow the tablet. And let's do some flying. I have got multiplayer on, so I need to check that there's no one coming. Lamont, of course it is. Of course it is. Do you know what? It's funny. The other day I actually very nearly got my wheel out. I thought I'm going to load up Project Cars and I'm going to have a look at it, and I very quickly didn't. Who's driving that golf buggy on the airfield? Get off. Okay. It's funny, I'm so used to flying this with the HEMS missions where you have a co-pilot that talks to you. I was waiting for him to do the speed calls out, but of course we haven't got that on, so we're not going to hear it. You're on strike today, aren't you, mate? No sound coming from you at all. Yeah, this weather's pretty realistic for the way it is today. Something funny going on with the old head tracking. Let's have a look at that. Losing it over there for some reason. Play with the settings. What would flight sim be without messing about with settings, eh? It's 2024, mate. I tend to do most of my helicopter flying in 2024, just because the scenery is just so damn good. You got that? There we go, that's a bit better. Everything wants adjusting at the moment. You change something and then something else needs changing. It's like playing whack-a-mole with my sim. There we go. Okay, we've got full head movement. That's fine. So, happy with that. So, we're going to head to Odium, RAF Odium, and we're flying to it's Nick B007's Odium. I've not seen it in 2024, so fingers crossed everything is working. No, I totally agree with you, mate. I think 2024 has got all sorts of weird things going on, but for flying helicopters, the ground scenery and just the way it feels is absolutely brilliant. The lighting, you've got to love it. And I don't fly tube liners and that sort of thing. So maybe, and I don't fly default, so maybe that's why I'm not seeing some of the issues. And things like career mode, not really interested in. I fly the HEMS missions through this helicopter, not really worried about career mode in the sim, but just doing this sort of thing. I mean, just look how incredible that is. Just how realistic that is. It's beautiful. Whoa! Chinese sauce pork chops with broccoli, green beans, and new potatoes. I mean, I am absolutely starving, mate. Absolutely starving. But grateful to you to bring the food chat in. I'm actually even more hungry now. Good God. So yeah, this very much a quick impromptu flight after finishing work. You never go live if you're starving. Yeah, I know. Bad move, eh? Well, I just thought I'd just finished work. I thought I'd get a quick 15-minute test stream in before dinner, and before my wife gets home and says, "What bloody hell are you doing stuck on your computer?" So yeah, but I'm really hungry. I think I've got bangers and mash tonight. Can't wait. Right, quick look at the wind. Wind's over there. Let's come over this way a little bit. Just want to see how it's all looking. I have got multiplayer on, but it's strange. 2024 is still quite dead, which amazes me. In terms of other people. People are really definitely choosing to stay in 2020, but like I said, I love it. Hey James, how you doing? Alright James, what did you get for your tea? We've just been having a bit of a food chat. That's where 2024 is a bit annoying. Look, it's put some little cottages down in the middle of RAF Odeon. I'm sure the station commander would have something to say about that. But we've got the Chinooks, we've got the good old RAF hangars. So the rest of it is pretty cool. I don't think Nick's updated this yet, or in a while. So I think if we've just got a few huts on the middle of the airfield, we can probably live with that. That's not too bad. Hey Binky, how you doing? Yeah, just doing a quick test stream. You may remember the other night, after fixing the FPS issue, you may remember someone was saying that the mic volume was quite low. So I've made some changes, so hopefully you can all hear me a little bit more clearly than you were. Steak, dude, doing it in style. Doing it in style, and a mixed grill. My God, I wish I hadn't asked the question now. I'm getting serious food envy. Mixed grill, what are you having in the mixed grill? Well, I try and concentrate on flying while my mouth is literally watering. My Lord. Mixed grill. Not had one of those in a while. Best landing. That's what happens when you start thinking about tea. Pork chop, sausage, rump steak, burger, maybe chips. Oh, save me now. Save me now. Right. Just do a quick backup. I'm also on TAA tonight. I thought I'd give TAA a go. I just find the DLSS, the avionics are quite sluggish with this helionic system. So, and it seems to be alright. Seems to be okay. Right, where should we go? We'll head over to Basingstoke Way. We'll have a look at a couple of posh houses. There's a big house and then there's a posh hotel, so we'll go and have a look at that. Gives another chance to do a bit of a landing. But everything is running nicely. Nice and smooth. I mean, the detail, like I was saying, insane. Absolutely insane. And it's one of the I sometimes wish I could load up P3D again just to fly the old A2A Mustang and T6, but I find the P3D world now so, yeah, I can't think of a word. Yeah, I find this world so much more immersive that I can't really fly in P3D anymore. But flying helicopters around this sort of thing is just absolutely beautiful. Cheers, Binky, much appreciated, mate. Good to know. Do you know what it was? If anyone's really interested, it's really boring. I've had this headset now since September last year, and it's always been a pain in the neck. It's a Razer Black Shark version 2 Pro 2023. And it's always been a pain in the neck because the mic volume, even when it was on max, was really low. So whenever I'm using it for videos, I have to edit the sound levels quite a bit in the video so that you can hear what I'm saying above the sound of the sim. And in streaming, it's caused a few issues. Certainly caused an issue the other night for someone that was watching. And I looked into it again, couldn't figure it out. Didn't really seem to make sense. Drivers are all good, blah blah blah. And someone on the Razer Discord said, why don't you unplug it from the USB you're in at the moment and put it into another one. And I had it in a USB 3.0 in the front of the rig, and all I did was put it in the USB 3.0 in the back of the rig. Boom, volume comes back again. I don't know, the stutters aren't too bad for me, James. I'm in TAA now, purely because it's better for the helionic system in this H145. It gets the helionic system gets ever so sluggish otherwise. So I just gone back to TAA. There it is. Oh look, we've got. See, this is the one frustrating thing. That's actually a nice big posh house. But here in MSFS land, it's a row of cowsheds. I'm sure whoever lives there will be chuffed to bits. Right, we are now going to head over to Popham. And we're going to land at Popham, and we will call it a day there. Go. Just letting my lovely wife know that I'm about to finish. So there's Basingstoke. Ooh, a few stutters there. Don't know if that's service side. Coming up to the M3. Quick look outside. Isn't that a gorgeous repaint? Love it. Really nice. There you go. If you've not caught the you've not caught the stream before, or the channel, what I normally do when I'm live streaming is do HEMS random and anywhere missions. So it's kind of search and rescue, air ambulance, that sort of thing. I don't normally just fly it kind of from A to B. So if you fancy a bit of that, then please do a subscribe, and yeah, look out for the next one. We also have, while we're doing that, and the helicopter's nicely trimmed out, we also have a Discord, so I'm going to pop that in the chat. If I can type and fly and try not to think of food at the same time. There we go. So the Discord link is now gone into the chat. Cheers, Lewis. Thank you for joining, mate. Much appreciated. Thanks for your mic input. Yeah, you're absolutely right, James. I actually I did a quick test in DLSS just before, because I wanted to, now that we've got crossfeed in the TDS GTN XI, I wanted to have a look at that, and it was such a pain waiting for the screens to refresh that I just went back to TAA, and I've stuck with it, and it just seems alright. Oh, bless your heart, Lewis. You are a good friend, mate. You are a good friend. Okay, so anyone who knows the M3 will probably recognise all this, but we're not far from Popham now. Popham is a lovely little airfield, and we've got the Burning Blue design Popham loaded in, ready to go. Head over this way now. It's funny, one of the things about MSFS, and to be fair also with 2020, is if you know an area, like I know this road reasonably well, and when I look down on it, in my mind's eye, I can kind of see the real thing as well, and it is incredibly atmospheric. Now we've got to be careful here at Popham because there is a petrol station, and they get very upset if you start overflying the petrol station. Very upset indeed. So we're going to zip over this way. Just keeping an eye on the wind. We'll come over the trees. There is Popham. There is the petrol station. A little bit of stutter there as these things loaded in. Thank God for that, he's concentrating, so he's shut up. Okay, we'll just hop a taxi down this way. And again, we've got multiplayer on, but I've not seen anyone. See, the air has gone a little bit yellow with the dust that we're kicking up. I think I'll just put her over here. Watch out for the fixed wing. They get upset if you start blowing their aircraft around. Down. Okay. to idle. All good. Okay, cool. Brilliant. Right, well, look, thanks ever so much for joining. That was a quick one. I just needed to test a few things. Thanks ever so much to the people that joined. Thanks for giving the input on the mic. It's good to know that the mic level is good now and everything can be heard properly. And there's no issues there. That's good to know. It's been a week of issues, but I think we're kind of coming towards the end of the week now, and everything is working. Engine sound is a bit loud. Oh, okay. I'll turn that down a little bit. That's a bit disappointing. Hey Daryl, how you doing? How does that sound now, James? Is that a bit better? Can you hear me? When you say the engine sound was a bit loud, presumably were you having difficulty understanding what I was saying, or was it just that the whole thing is just too damn loud? Okay, let's turn that down. I can turn the helicopter down even more. How does that sound? Is that better? Hey Ace, how you doing? So I've turned the main volume down for the sim by quite a bit now. Is that better? Okay, cool. James and Daryl, is the helicopter cool? Thank you, Sandman. Is the helicopter level okay now? I've turned it down quite a bit, so hopefully that's okay. Okay, is the James, is the engine still too loud, do you feel? I have got the realistic sound pack on, so touch more up on the heli. Okay. Yeah, there we go. So I've just turned that up a little bit now. Sure, that's all good to go. Brilliant. Okay. Good stuff. Right, well, we are there. Thanks everyone again for your help. That's really helpful. It's good to fine tune it. I'm not sure when the next proper stream will be, when we'll be doing hems and all that kind of thing, but at least it feels that there's a few things that are zeroed in now. And yeah, we should be good to go. I will just very quickly put the Discord back in. There we go. So Discord link just in there. A320, you're just in at the end, mate. I'm just about to clock off before I get in trouble. But yeah, so hopefully sound is sorted out. The FPS now seems to be pretty good. There wasn't anyone on multiplayer, so I didn't get a chance just to... So the other night there were FPS issues on the Western Europe server with... And I think also it was relating to a particular repaint. But we got that sorted out in the end during that flight by switching to the Northern Europe server. And today everything seems to be pretty good. So that's good. Mic levels are good. Mic volume is fixed. So happy days. It's time to have dinner. It's time to go and have your mixed grill, your steak, whatever it is that you're having, bangers and mash. Whatever you're having, it's time to go and have it. But thanks ever so much for joining. It is much appreciated. And I will see you on the channel again soon. Take care now. Bye-bye.